Good morning. This is an overview on satellite navigation systems by Richard Rice and Robert Ellis.
Ancient mariners, we know, navigated the globe using the heavens to guide them across vast expanses of sea. It was widely held that the world was indeed flat and that a mariner could go over the edge if they ventured too close to the horizon.
Enter Magellan. In the year 1519, Ferdinand Magellan led 251 men in the first ever voyage around the world. A new era of trade and exploration had dawned, and the developed nations of the world expanded their empires throughout every corner of the earth.
Historic navigators throughout the ages used technologies such as magnetic compasses and sextants to aid plotting their course. As technology advanced throughout the 20th century, navigation devices became ever more complex.
Space, the final frontier. Technology had reached a point in 1957 where the Soviet Union launched an artificial satellite called Sputnik. The world watched in wonder as this new era of exploration was unveiled. In the Cold War era that existed at this time, the United States were compelled to enter the space race.
On July 20th, 1969, the USA made the first lunar landing and proudly shared the achievements with the world. With this sort of technology now available, the military applications that it could bring very much led the drive to exploit this new era.
The birth of GPS. In 1973, heads of US military met to discuss the creation of a defense navigation satellite system. Later that year, the program to develop this system was renamed Navstar Global Positioning System, or Navstar GPS, or simply GPS.
Once the decision was made to proceed with the program, the development effort required was considerable. The development of the system involved a launch program of 10 satellites known as Block 1. This program, which began in 1978, lasted until 1989 and experienced one failure over that time.
The satellite launch program continued until there were a total of 28 satellites in orbit, and finally in December 1990, after 17 years in development, the Navstar GPS system became operational.
On September 1st, 1983, Korean Airline Flight 007 deviated from its course over Russian airspace and was aggressively shot down, resulting in the death of all passengers. US President Ronald Reagan ordered that GPS should be made freely available for all civilian use to avert any such future tragedy.
Thanks to this directive given by President Reagan in '83, GPS was to become a technology that was born for military applications to one that enhances our lives every day.
Thanks to sat-nav systems in our cars, we can navigate around strange cities like we have lived there all our lives. We can live track goods we have ordered on the internet as they make their way to us by sea and air.
There are other benefits to GPS. GPS is also used in building extremely large projects. For example, the construction of Hong Kong's new international airport that expanded Chek Lap Kok Island from an area of 746 acres to over 2,300 acres would have been quite a difficult task without the aid of GPS mapping the seabed. The Altenwerder container terminal in Hamburg is fully automated and uses GPS technology to track all container movements.
This amazing technology works by ensuring that 4 of the 27 satellites that orbit the Earth are available to triangulate a position on Earth. Our GPS receiver on Earth must locate at least 4 satellites and calculate the distance to each one and deduce its own location.
But is this a friend or foe? The benefits are obvious. But thanks to GPS and interactivity with other technologies, we reveal information about ourselves that we would ordinarily might think of as private. Where we are, with whom, when we were there, how often we visit a website, how we shop. Orwell's dystopian vision may not be necessarily true, but our privacy is no longer what it once was.